Shannon, you think the Cowboys are better or worse at wide receiver today?
I believe they're worse. It's hard for me to see a scenario in which Michael Gallup is better than Amari Cooper, considering Michael Gallup is coming off an ACL injury. Michael Gallup has been nicked for the better part of his career since he's been in Dallas.
Not really.
Skip.
I mean, just last year it was.
And the year before that, he got hurt.
Yeah, I think he's been pretty good, but go ahead.
Has he been as healthy as Amari? Now, Amari did miss 2 games last year because of COVID. Now, I think that rubbed the Cowboys the wrong way. And then he's at a game, the Mavericks game, courtside with no mask. Jerry and the guys are probably looking like, Amari, what the hell? You're not vaccinated. You missed 2 games, and you unmasked.
Agreed.
How much can you throw this in our face? And remember, Skip, we talked about this last week. Jerry Jones never loves guys that he signs in free agency like the guys he drafts. He drafted Michael Gallup. That's his baby in the third round. Mm-hmm. So he's looking at like, I got to hold on to him. Mm-hmm. A lot of times he holds on to guys, the linebacker, Skip, from Notre Dame that tore his knee. Mm-hmm. We saw the decline. Jerry saw the decline, but Jerry still held on to him a lot longer than a lot of people thought he should. Mm-hmm. We see the decline in Zeke. He ain't letting Zeke go because I drafted him. I just can't do it.
Right now, he gave him such an ironclad deal, he can't let him go.
You got to pay him either way, so you might as well. If I got to pay you either way, Skip, you might as well work for me.
Agreed.
Skip, look, I get it that Amari, for what, and like you said, well, I talked about this, Skip. I can't put my finger on it. Why is he so inconsistent? Why can't he give me 3-4 games of 100 yards in a 6-7 game span, and then all of a sudden he'll give me 20, 30, 40? How? You're a number 1 receiver. You're too talented. He's 27 years of age. He's gone to 3 Pro Bowls. He changed the life of Dak Prescott. I don't care what anybody tells you. I do not believe in my heart that Dak Prescott gets $40 million if Amari Cooper never shows up. Even Dak's brother. It's like, man, y'all send my man to Cleveland? He's like
1-9.
I love you, bro. He knows what 1-9 did for his brother.
Yeah.
Because we saw what Dak was before he got Amari with 3 300-yard games, no 5 400-yard games, and we see what he did after he got Amari. He took off, Skip. That's why he got that money. We started talking about, man, is Dak a top 10? Dak's an MVP. Before he got Amari Cooper, nobody mentioned MVP and Dak in the same breath. Nobody mentioned top 10 and Dak in the same breath. He gets Amari, and now all of a sudden we are having open discussions about how is Dak? Is Dak a top 10 quarterback?
Yep.
Dak is in the MVP discussion. That was because of Amari Cooper. So, Skip, I believe they're worse. And I get it. Amari has not lived up to $20 million a year. Now, maybe they go to Amari. Amari, can we rework your contract? Hell no. We can't rework nothing. I'm not taking no pay cut. Let me go. He went for a 5th rounder because basically they swapped 6th rounder, Skip. So basically you gave up a number 1 receiver, a 3-time Pro Bowl player that's 27 years of age for a 5th round draft.
That is correct. A receiver you were about to just flat out.
So, Skip, I got to get something for him. Skip, if I'm going to throw something away, if somebody give me $25 for it, even though it might be worth more than that, I was going to throw it away. At least I got something of value for it.
It's like he was in a yard sale, right? He's out there in the front yard. You give me $25,
right.
I'll take that. Okay.
Skip, I don't know if we used to call them rummage sales.
Okay.
Where people come rummaging through stuff.
Correct.
So, man, that ain't nothing. I was gonna let that. I was thinking about throwing it in the trash. You gonna give me $25. So maybe they said, hold on, you give me a 5th round draft pick, we about to cut it.
Correct.
Yeah, we take it. They're trying to get Baker. He has another number 1 now, Skip. Skip, I just don't know how. I don't know how Amari's gonna fit in Cleveland. Now he's a number 1. He's not a lot of work. Fundamentally sound, run great routes, but the inconsistency. That's been the theme with him in Oakland. It rankled the feathers of John Gruden and the Howard, like, well, damn. And I believe it wore on the Dallas Cowboys. They're saying, bruh, we see you go get 200 against Philadelphia. We see you have these 100-yard games against, and then all of a sudden we see you go 20, 30 yards a game for 4, 5, 6, 7 games. Nah, that's not worth $20 million. But with that being said, Skip, I still believe they're worse because it allowed CeeDee Lamb to work while the attention was thrown towards Amari. He got to work. They believe that CeeDee is ready to take that next step. They wanted to move Amari out of the way. So now, and maybe they can re-sign Ced Wilson. But, Skip, there's no scenario in which Michael Gallup is better than Amari Cooper. Under no scenario can I see it.
I disagree with you on that.
You think Michael Gallup is better than Amari?
I do. And you can dismiss this as cockeyed cowboy optimism, but I will not miss Amari Cooper. I've seen enough. I give you this. I give you the back half of 2018, after his arrival, after that debacle of an opening game on a Monday night when he didn't get to practice.
Right.
Remember what Tennessee did to him? Left him for dead at 3-5 at that point, and then they took off in large part because of 1-9, because of Amari, because all of a sudden Dak trusted him, and I don't know why or what clicked, but something clicked between those two where they had wavelength, they had rapport, they had almost a psychic sort of connection.
Right. Because
Dak loves route runners, and there's not a better route runner than Amari Cooper.
He was where he was supposed to be.
On a dime.
The guy that he replaced was not where he was supposed to be, and we didn't know if he could even get open against single coverage.
That is correct. Des Bryant.
Yes.
Gotcha. They took off and won 6 of the last 7. They beat Russell Wilson in a home playoff game. All of this in large part because of the presence of 1-9.
Right.
I give you that. They played pretty well. They hung in against the Rams out here in the Coliseum and lost 30-22, but Amari caught a touchdown pass in that game.
Right.
I give you all of the above. And then all of a sudden, Amari in 2019 reverted back to the guy that John Gruden said, I have seen enough of.
Well, no, Skip. No, remember now, he had a decent 2019. That's how he was able to parlay that $100 million contract.
Okay, he didn't have a decent 2019 to me because that's when he started disappearing on the road. They put up big numbers against garbage teams. And you said the first 3 teams. Remember, it was Washington, Giants, Miami. Okay, I give you that. And all of a sudden, Dak said, remember, Jerry said, it's imminent. I got to deal with Dak. And then all of a sudden, Dak and his new agent said, Jerry, we think our price just went up. And Jerry does not like it when you jerk a contractual rug out from under him when you have a quote-unquote handshake or verbal sort of agreement.
But, Skip, you and I agreed, though. But here's the thing. When Jerry overbid to keep him from Washington.
Okay, but he started quitting on the road. He quit in your all-time favorite game. Cowboys blow the lead at Jets. He caught one early ball for like 3 yards, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what he did. He just stood over the sideline. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Really? You're hurt? And then here we go. At New England, Stephon Gilmore flat out made him quit. At Chicago, I don't even know if he made the trip. I don't remember him. And it was one road game after another leading up to the Philadelphia game when I've never seen this happen. Your number one receiver got yanked down the stretch of that game because he was not trying hard enough, according to Jason Garrett. Well, that's what John Gruden said, low motor. I just don't like the way his effort is not consistent enough. He doesn't play with the old T.O. rage or any, you can't see much emotion. He has no emotion. He just goes out and runs his routes. And sometimes he runs them a little more half-heartedly than other times. So in the end, I see Michael Gallup, and by the way, this deal that Michael Gallup...
It's very team-friendly.
Team-friendly? It's like, thank you, Michael. I don't know what you're doing. I thought he was going to hit the open market.
Now,
okay, I know he's coming off an ACL.
Yes, now,
okay, I got it.
With the ACL injury, without the ACL injury, I don't think he takes this deal. But a bird in the hand, Skip, go ahead. Let me go ahead and get this right. You go give me some...
He loves the Dallas training staff and the medical staff, so he's in full rehab right now. I got it.
Let me ask you this.
Wow, look at this deal. This is like half of Amari's deal.
You say that you believe Gallup is better than Amari. Do you believe Michael Gallup is a Pro Bowl talent?
Yes, because he is a better deep threat than Amari. And you know what he has? Again, I watch closely. Michael Gallup is a baller. I can't say it any better, more succinctly than that. He is a baller. Whatever is going on inside of him, the motor that he plays with is much hotter and higher and big play readier than Amari is. I trust Michael Gallup to go out and go up and snatch balls out of the sky.
Yes, the difficult catches, he'll make those. It's the routine ones that concern me, Skip, because he'll have the drops where you're like, bro, I just saw you catch a ball at its apex, pirouette, get both feet down on the sideline or in the corner of the end zone, and then I see Dak hit you in stride that you could possibly split the seam and hit your head on the goalpost and you drop it.
Okay, I got it. But it even started back in 2019 when, remember, Dak goes down in, 2020, early 2020. When Dak goes down against the Giants, and Andy Dalton came on, and remember
those two catches that Gallup made on the sideline,
and it's two big throws to Michael Gallup.
Yep.
And remember the throw to Michael Gallup where he got called for offensive interference in the first game of that year on Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
Well, he smoked him.
Yeah.
He ran right by him.
Right.
He is the best deep threat, and he does play with the most T.O. Memorial rage of any player on this team. I just like his intangibles better, and I do like his ability because he's rangy, he's long, and to your point, he's got great hands if he'll just think about it, right? And you know how that goes. It's not a matter of whether you have bad hands or not. He has great hands. You just have to focus.
Right.
You have to concentrate. You have to remember that the easy ones are the hard ones, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so to me, I will not miss Amari, and you keep calling him a number one. I haven't seen a number one since that back half of the 2018 season.
Well, he's the number one in 2019.
Well, was he really? Yeah. Was he? I didn't see it. When somebody quits on you, when somebody gets yanked, you're disqualified from being a number one.
Well, Skip, you can't say because the guy didn't put up Cooper Kupp or Devontae Adams' number, he's not a number one, because those are free. Those are. What Kupp did, Skip, that's a historic season.
I got
what Devontae is doing is historic.
Okay, but Cooper Kupp and Devontae, every single snap I watched them last year, they gave it all they had.
Right.
They played as hard as they could. Both of them did, just as hard as you could. I mean, Cooper Kupp, you could toss it to him, you could hand it to him, you could do anything, and he's going to run through you. He's going to play as hard as he can play.
Okay.
Amari Cooper drains the life out of a team because some days they're looking at him like, what are you doing?
Yeah, there's no question.
Where are you?
Well, I know if I'm looking at him like that and I'm sitting on my couch and watching from a distance, I can imagine what the front office is saying. Hold on, bro, we getting you got $20 million.
$20 million, and Jerry panicked because he heard that the arch rival Washington was in the bidding.
I believe they overpaid.
Okay, they did. So to me, you can't suddenly say, Baker Mayfield now has a number one receiver. I don't think he does. I think Amari is a good number two receiver.
Well, I know he doesn't have a quarterback as good as Dak. I know that's where he's going. This is the worst starting quarterback that's ever thrown to Amari Cooper. Derek Carr and Dak Prescott is better than Baker Mayfield.
We'll see that next year. You're going to eat all of those words you just spat out.
They were yummy. I've been eating them for the last 3-4 years, and they've been yummy.
You're going to eat your words because I'm here to tell you that Baker Mayfield, if he's healthy next year, will have a spectacular year, and it won't be because of Amari Cooper.
Yes, he will.
He needs a number one.
Mr. Progressive is going to be who we thought he was.
Well, what did we think he was? He was sensational as a rookie, and he was sensational once Odell went down 2 years ago.
He's been average. Since he's been in the NFL, he's been average.
Really?
If you take the high, you take
stuff,
the low and throw it out.
We got to leave it there.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.